Welcome guys to Wonderkid episode 3. So last time out, we both teams got promoted from League 1. We've had back-to-back promotions. They are both in the championship now. I think Wonderkid City, as well as coming second in the league, they also won the Pizza Cup. Right, let's have a look at Tom straight away as he needs to head off. So Tom now has 16 caps for the US Virgin Islands, 22 goals. He played 19 starts and 6 appearances, so 25 games in total in the championship, scoring 19 goals. Have we got triple back-to-backs, do you reckon? Get your predictions in as well, guys. Where do you think our teams have finished? Only 19. Was he injured? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, torn ankle ligaments at the start of July, like the opening game of the season pretty much. He was out for 3 months. That would explain it. But yeah, Tom, you're looking very, very solid. I mean, it's incredible attributes for an 18-year-old striker, I'm not going to lie. Can I see my player? Liberty, where are you? You are in Wanderers, I believe. So, Liberty played 37 games in the championship, getting a goal and an assist from defence. 21 caps for the British Virgin Islands now. Get forward whenever possible is the player trait. So I'm assuming they are playing you more as a fullback. A 7.09 average rating. You're looking very, very strong. Still got that model citizen. FM Llama, your manager, is your favourite personnel. Not a surprise. Yeah, consistently being a first team regular, basically. And your average rating is going up throughout the years as well. Anyone that does want to join, it is not too late to join. As you can see by the age profile here of some of the players. 3 of the players joined late there. Another Malteser Falcon joined literally last night. This is his first season in. Sunny 2K, centre-back, and also a makeshift everything by the looks of this. Left midfield, defender left, defender right, mainly a centre-back. 17 caps and 1 goal for the British Virgin Islands. You played 19 games in the championship, getting an assist, and a 6.79 average rating. So not incredible. So you're not quite in the first team, it looks. It looks like you're slightly on the peripherals of the first team here, but still getting 19 appearances. Can't be too disappointed with that. Ermalayan, also me, please. Where are you? Here you are. Also, Wonderkid Wanderers. 19 caps, 1 goal for the British Virgin Islands. You started 15 games in the championship, but you also had 26 sub-appearances. 26 sub-appearances. So what's that, 41 appearances. You played in 41 games. You shouldn't start all that many. Any chance of a look at the world's greatest goalkeeper? World, let's have a look at you. You also are on Wonderkid Wanderers. 21 caps for the British Virgin Islands, 45 games, so you played pretty much every game in the championship. 19 clean sheets. I mean, again, these attributes are already looking phenomenal. World, you're on course to become the greatest goalkeeper in the world for the second Wonderkid series running. 131 league appearances over 3 seasons and 56 clean sheets, so you are smashing it. Right, guys, let's have a look at it then. You think it's another 1-2? You think another 1-2? I wouldn't bet against it, you know. So what happened in season 1? Wonderkid City won League 2. Season 2, Wanderers won League 1. Maybe City? We'll go for City again. So Wonderkid Wanderers have finished second in the league. Wanderers have finished second and City have smashed it. We're in the Premier League, boys and girls. Now it's going to get very interesting because it is going to be a step up going into those Premier League teams. Now, I can guarantee next season we are not going to walk it. We are not going to walk the Premier League. No one would. It's going to be very unlikely. So City have won the league and Wanderers are second. Alexandria with the golden boot, just Martin just behind. One gets relegated, one just... I'd be surprised if we hit relegation levels, but we'll have a look. Let's have a deep dive into the teams first. So, City, literally praying all the Wonderkids. Before we look at anything else, I'm going to look at the schedule. I want to look at the results between teams. So, Wonderkid City lost the opening League Cup game against QPR 2-1. Right, so how did they do? So they beat Wonderkid Wanderers on a televised game in the Premier League. This is probably one of the first televised games the teams have had. Oliver Gaming and Alexandria took them 2-0 up for Howie Roll Owen, a consolation for Wanderers. We look at the FA Cup. FA Cup, City beat Watford 3-0 in the third round, followed by a 2-1 win against Wanderers again. So City did the double over Wanderers. Tom and Henry FM, a newly added player, getting the 2 goals to cancel out Ducky's early goal. FA Cup 4th round. They'd won in the FA Cup 4th round. They beat Bournemouth 2-1. FA Cup 5th round. They beat Manchester City. Wow. Wow. Wonderkid City beat Manchester City 2-1. That is huge. Is that foreshadowing for next season? Henry getting another goal. Christos getting a late winner. Cancel out Bernardo Silva's equaliser. Wolves, they beat Wolves in the quarter-final. So Wonderkid City are FA Cup semi-finalists at least. This is incredible. Who scored? Lenzar got the penalty for City in the quarter-final. Semi-final, they lost. They lost to Wonderkid Wanderers. The Wonderkid Wanderers also got to the semi-final. Oh my goodness me. Wanderers are FA Cup finalists. And what a game it was on extra time. So Aki got the penalty. Alexandria got a penalty to rule that one out. Oh no, Ducky got another goal. So Wanderers were 2-0 up. And Alexandria got a penalty. And Tom got another penalty. 3 penalties in the game. You can tell they're rivals, can't you? And then Levy Colwill on loan from Chelsea. We'll have a look at the transfers in a second. But this guy got the 120th minute extra time win. So let's jump straight into Wanderers. That means Wanderers have got to the final. Let's just see their cup run. So they lost in the League Cup to Lincoln. They beat Forest Green in the 3rd round. They beat Chelsea in the 4th round. They beat Norwich in the 5th round. They beat Leicester in the quarters. But they've had a really tough run as well. They've had a really tough run. They've had 2 Premier League opponents and Wonderkid City. So let's have a look. FA Cup final. Did Wanderers win in the FA Cup final? They did! They beat Tottenham! They won the FA Cup! They've won the FA Cup! That is incredible. Them Wonderkids and Duck God of Quack getting the 2 second-half goals and Richarlison's penalty was not enough. Wanderers in Europe. It was obviously a full-strength team as well. That is incredible. We could have a European win next season. It's season 4. Season 4 and we could have a team win a European Cup. This is the greatest Wonderkid save ever. Unbelievable. Right, as we're on Wonderkids, let's look at the transfers. So the only one they brought in was Levy Colwill on a loan. Centre half. No, it puts Wanderers in Europa, doesn't it? Yeah, the winner qualifies for the UEFA Europa League group stage. So Wanderers are in the group stage of the Europa League. I mean, if it wasn't for Wanderers, City would have probably got there as well to the final. So Wanderers actually scuppered City's chance, Wonderkid City that is, of getting into Europe. So it's going to fuel the rivalry even more, the fact that they faced each other in the semi-final. Also the fact that Wonderkid City did the double over them in the league and then Wanderers beat them in the semi. So players out. We have got to keep an eye on players like Adam, who are newly added players in. So anyone who redeems it, Carr who's redeemed Become a Wonderkid will be added in as a new gen. Now these new gens are not locked at the club. As you can see, Adam's on loan at Sunderland. And by all means, they could get taken on by other clubs. Imagine we never got promoted and still won the FA Cup. It could have happened. It could have happened. Playing Europa League football in the Championship. It's happened before. Right, let's have a look at City's transfers. So no transfers in. Eclipse went on loan to Rotherham. That's the only Wonderkid action we've had there. Something I do want to have a look at. Before I look at internationals, I'm going to look at the squad. So we have some of the best youth recruitment in the game. These two clubs, the Wonderkid clubs, I've given them really, really good youth recruitment. They're based in London as well. They're in a good location. So I want to see if any of these 18-year-olds have come through the ranks. So Christopher Watson here. So he's not somebody I added at the club. He's not somebody I've created. He has literally come through the Wonderkid City youth ranks. He's already valued at 14 million and played 15 games in the Championship himself. Harry Jones, another one. Welsh lad, 14 million. So this is something we can keep an eye on as well. So it could even be our own youth products to potentially get our Wonderkids out of the team. But obviously having these youth players in the team, sort of value. Here we are, Mark Andrews, Trinidad and Tobago, 14 million. I mean, look at that. That's just a game-generated regen at this club. 16 years old. He's 16 years old. Look at those attributes. That's potentially better than the attributes our 16-year-olds had. And this player just came through the youth team. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. This might be why we're not signing many players, because we've got so many good youth players coming through. How have we done internationally? Y. Callum, the joint manager of Wonderkid City and US Virgin Islands. Look at his little face. Key player is Wiggly Grub, apparently the goalkeeper. But let's have a look at the squad. Fixtures. So where did we leave it? We left it around here, didn't we? Couple of friendlies. So World Cup qualifying. This is World Cup qualifying. They've won 8-0 on aggregate in the first round. Second round, they've won 5-1 on aggregate over El Salvador. The US Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands could be going to the World Cup. This could be happening. They're in the group stage. So they've won 9-0 in the World Cup group stage. They've also won 4-2 in the Gold Cup playoff, so they're potentially going to get into the Gold Cup as well. They're in the same group as British Virgin Islands in the World Cup qualifier. They drew 0-0. Oh, wow. They're both in the same group. Oh, that potentially isn't good, because I think only one team can qualify from the group. Right, let's look at British Virgin Islands schedule. So again, they won in the qualifiers. Obviously, we know they got to the group stage, so yeah, they must have done 8-1 and 9-2 on aggregate. 3-0 they beat Costa Rica, which is a big game. That's one of the bigger teams in North American qualification. Ooh, this doesn't look good, right? Obviously, they're both going to be near the top. No. Oh, the best two teams in second position qualify for the World Cup playoff. So there is hope. I've not been this invested in a fictional storyline since Who Shot Phil Mitchell. This is where the action is far now. This is where the action is. But this is drama. International. Forget the league stuff. Teams are just getting promoted. They're just winning stuff. It's all fine. This is where the drama is internationally. Wow. So the top team just qualifies for the World Cup. Where's USA? Did USA not qualify? Where the hell is USA? Oh, they're hosting it, aren't they? USA are hosting the World Cup. USA, Mexico, and Canada are hosting it. Of course they are. Oh my God. The storylines. Oh, Dominican Republic won both of their games. We need to keep an eye on this. This is interesting stuff. So it's the best two second places. Obviously, British Virgin Islands having a big win. They haven't played Costa Rica yet, which is one of the tougher games. I mean, you have to say with almost certainty that one of these teams is going to win the group. You can't look past either one of these teams not winning the group. Costa Rica aren't going to win the group. They've already lost 3-0 to one of our teams. This is intense. It would be pretty vicious for these both to get drawn in the same group and only one of them manage to get through to the World Cup. Because you've got to think, if they're in different groups, they potentially both win their groups. Let's have a look at the world rankings. So British Virgin Islands are 105th in the world. The US Virgin Islands are 171st in the world. They've both moved up from 210 or whatever it was. So they're getting there. The next season's actually huge. Season 4 is going to be huge for us. Yeah, so we've got both teams in the Premier League for the first time. We've got Wonderkid Wanderers in the Europa League. We've got both international teams potentially going for World Cup qualification. Now, I don't think either of these teams is capable of winning the league. Going up there and just toppling Man City, Liverpool. I don't think it's possible. But yeah, we will see. What a explosive episode that is. Let's go. Madness. Absolutely madness.